Hello, everyone, and welcome to another edition of Parent Power Moments, the digital platform for parents, caregivers, and community partners of early childhood education here in the Rochester City School District. I'm very excited to have a special guest with me today. She is a parent that I am so proud to know and have worked with. None other than Mrs. Latasha Pride. Hi, Latasha.
Hi, how are you today?
Welcome to Parent Power Moments.
Thank you for having me.
Tell us a little bit about your family.
Awesome. So my name is Latasha Pride. I am married to Terrence Jabal Pride, and we have two beautiful twins, Noelle and Naomi, that attend school number 5 for pre-K 4.
Awesome. Oh, pre-K 4, so you're getting ready for kindergarten, huh?
Yes, we are currently exploring kindergarten schools.
Well, Latasha, thank you so much for agreeing to be a part of Parent Power Moments. I wanted to have a conversation with you around communication and specifically communication between parents and teaching teams within the classroom. Um, when you think about communication between parents and teachers, how do you rate that? How important is that?
For me, it's at the top of the scale. It's a 10 because I feel like teachers and people who work with my kids have them just as long or see them just as long as I do some days. So for you to be the other half, I want to be
Mhm.
hands-on and know everything that's happening with our kids and what they're doing.
Do you feel like you and the teaching staff within a classroom are a team?
Yes, I have to feel that way because if I feel like we're a team working towards the benefit and the success of our kids, then I feel like my kids are going to get the best. So it
Mhm.
has to be, this has to be a team effort for their success.
Awesome. Awesome. So I want to quickly just pick your brain here.
Mm.
Um, when we're thinking about communication between parents and teachers, or even if you want to personalize it, when you're thinking about your communication, the health of communication between you and the teaching staff that's in your twins' classroom, what are some things that may hinder the health of communication for you as personally and when you think about families in general, what hinders that the health of that relationship through communication?
I think it's a couple of things. One, I would say the lack of time. So
Mm.
it's having that balance of when to speak to the teacher or when to speak to the parent. Because when we're dropping off our kids, that's not the best time to talk to the teacher because she's receiving and greeting kids. In the same way as when we're picking them up, we're trying to wrangle and several kids, they're trying to make sure the kids are going to the right adult. So that may not be the best time. So something we did early in the year was talk to the teacher about, is there a specific time of the day to email or call you to discuss things that may arise through the year? So that was a big
Mm.
one. Um, the expectations of it, we want to make sure that we are on the same plane as the teacher as far as our expectations for our girls. Because,
Mhm.
things that I feel like they may accept or think it's okay for them to do, we may not see it the same way and vice versa. So
Oh.
we work very hard in setting that, when they come in the classroom, we don't want them to get help unpacking. We want them to do that on their own because we're teaching independence. And the teacher was really happy to know, like, okay, this is something that I have to let them do. So things that teachers could do that may impact the relationship with parents relating to students is clarity. I think often times they're trying to just give you information quickly or,
Mm.
explain something that happened and they may email it, but sometimes that needs to come in a phone call. Like, for example, if
Okay.
one of my girls go to the nurse, I ask the teacher to call me or have the nurse call me. I don't want that to come through an email because I know I'm going to have follow-up questions because they had to leave the room that day. So it's
Okay.
just providing clarity to situations and not sugarcoating things because we want all the information because again, they're seeing or with our kids the amount of time that we're with them. So
Okay. And I know you had said earlier that that pickup and drop off was not a good time to try, as from a parent perspective, that's not an opportune time to try to have a conversation with a teacher to find out, ask questions or anything. Do you feel the same way as far as from a parent perspective, that that's not a good time to try to share information?
yes, because when we're picking up the girls, you know, they're happy to see us. They're jumping around. They have a million things to carry home. So from a parent perspective, it's really hard to have a conversation. And then I feel like when we get in the car, we're like, you know, what did she just say? What happened? And then
Mm,
we have to reach back out to gain clarity. So it's
mm.
just not the best time to talk about something that has happened in the class that needs a follow-up.
Wow. So it sounds like, and if I'm mistaken, please correct me. It really sounds like that to grow in a healthy way, communication between teachers and parents, that there, as early as possible, there should be a intentional conversation around what are the best times to communicate from the teacher perspective as well as the parent perspective, how you want to be communicated, whether it be email, phone call, or text, that should be established from both sides. And then clear expectations,
Yeah.
what is the expectations of the class, but also teachers finding out what are expectations of families as well.
Yes. Yes, that's really important.
Okay. Okay, so we talked about what might hinder that kind of building of a healthy communication. What encourages, what makes it flourish, what makes it grow?
Um, for us, from a parent perspective, it's that parent engagement. I don't want to interact with my kids' teacher once they've done something that's negative.
Mm,
I want to have a relationship with that teacher to see them in a different light of positivity, to see them interacting, and
mm,
to be able to interact with them and my kids together. So when there's field trips or when there's anything happening in the school, we're there because we think it's important to have that engagement so that parent or that teacher, sorry, feels comfortable enough to have conversations with us and they know
mm.
how we operate. And it has
Yes.
to be a full triangle for it to be successful.
Mm,
So I think
mm.
that's what we have as parents have to, you know, sometimes remember.
Yes, that is so interesting that you said that it's a triangle. So who would be at the base of that triangle? The 2 points at the base.
I would say the teacher and the parents. And then
Okay,
at the top, we always say our kids because we want them to
okay,
grow and be successful. So for us, it's a
okay.
full,
No,
yeah.
I love that because when I think of a triangle, I love that example that you gave, because at the base there, then that's the support. That's the
Hmm.
triangle. Um, and that's the base. So you have your families and you have teachers. And at the point there is the child that we both want to make sure that we are growing together to help that child grow.
Hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
That's
so,
wonderful because we have our social emotional curriculum here in Rochester City School District and across the state of New York. And it's called the pyramid model. And you just described it. Thank you so much, Latasha, for being with us today. And you are welcome anytime. So let me
thank
know.
you. I enjoyed
I-
it. Thank you. Anytime I can help, anytime, because I feel like parents, well, you know, it's important to have a voice. So anytime
Mm,
anyone asks me to step up in reference to my girls, we are there because again, we got to be
mm.
involved.
It's
So
important for parents to have a voice. Listen, everybody, thank you for being and watching and viewing this whenever time of day that you're viewing it. Again, it's Parent Power Moments where we understand this, that parents are their children's first superhero. So parents, put them capes on and let them fly. Have a great day.
thank you.